Hello, faithful followers of the sacred journey. Today, we will embark on a spiritual journey through the 31 chapters of Proverbs. In today's video, we will uncover how these ancient writings can be surprisingly relevant to your life. Did you know that the advice in Proverbs, written millennia ago, still has the power to transform our modern lives? Get ready to discover how these ancient teachings can illuminate your daily path. And if you think this journey can enrich your faith, give a like to this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future episodes. Before we proceed, I want to challenge you with a quick poll. Which of these themes do you think is most emphasized in the book of Proverbs? A. The importance of wisdom. B. The power of words. C. Work ethics. D. The fear of God. Leave your answer in the comments below. At the end of the video, we will reveal which of these themes is the most recurrent in Proverbs and how it applies to your life. This poll not only tests your knowledge but also prepares you for the surprising revelations to come. When we dive into the sacred pages of Proverbs, we are not just reading a book, but discovering a deep spiritual treasure. This book is a collection of wisdom, gathering teachings mainly attributed to King Solomon, known for his unparalleled wisdom. But what makes Proverbs so unique and essential for us today? Firstly, Proverbs is a bridge between the divine and the everyday. Each chapter, each verse, is a mirror that reflects eternal wisdom in our daily life. From practical advice on relationships, finances, work, and personal conduct to deep reflections on character and morality, Proverbs addresses the totality of human experience. But Proverbs is not just a manual of good practices. It is an invitation to reflection and inner transformation. When we read about wisdom, we are challenged to see beyond superficial knowledge. The wisdom of Proverbs is alive, dynamic, and deeply rooted in the fear of God. It is not just knowing what is right, but being driven to act correctly. In this book, we find a continuous emphasis on the importance of character. Proverbs teaches us that the true value of a person is not in their possessions or achievements, but in their character and integrity. As the book itself declares, better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. Proverbs 16:8. This resonates strongly in our era, where often the ends are justified by the means. To illustrate the strength of these teachings, I want to share with you a story that I call The Wise Gardener. Once upon a time, there was a young man named Gabriel, who worked as a gardener on a large and beautiful estate. The owner of the house, Mr. Eduardo, was a wealthy and respected man, but often absent, trusting Gabriel to take care of his gardens with diligence and skill. One day, while tending to the roses, Gabriel found a small bag full of gold coins hidden among the bushes. Knowing that this could solve many of his financial problems, he faced a difficult decision. Remembering the teachings of his mother, who often quoted Proverbs, Gabriel knew that true wisdom does not lie in taking advantage of fortuitous situations, but in acting with integrity. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right, she used to say, quoting Proverbs 16:8. Gabriel then decided to bring the bag of coins to Mr. Eduardo, explaining how he found it. Impressed with the young man's honesty, Mr. Eduardo rewarded Gabriel generously, not only with money, but also with a promotion, entrusting him with greater responsibilities. Gabriel's story spread throughout the community, and he became known not only for his skills as a gardener, but also for his exemplary character. He remembered the words of Proverbs 22:29, as sayest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before mean men. This story exemplifies how the practical application of wisdom and ethics, taught in Proverbs, can lead to greater rewards than immediate and questionable gains. Gabriel chose the path of integrity and, in doing so, found blessings and respect far beyond the value of the gold coins. Furthermore, Proverbs shows us the beauty and power of words. Words have the power to build or destroy, to heal or wound. This book teaches us to use our words wisely, reminding us that a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Proverbs 15:1. Work ethics is also a recurring theme. In a society where success is often measured by status or wealth, Proverbs reminds us of the dignity of honest work and the importance of diligence. Sayest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before mean men. Proverbs 22:29. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, is the fear of God. This concept is the foundation of all wisdom in Proverbs. The fear of God is not a paralyzing fear, but a deep respect and reverence for the Creator, a recognition that our wisdom is limited and that we depend on God for true understanding. As we explore each of these themes, we realize that Proverbs is not just a book of the past. It is incredibly relevant to our lives today, offering a moral and spiritual compass to guide us. In the course of the video, we will dive even deeper, applying these principles in our daily life. Now that we have understood the essence of Proverbs, let's get to the heart of this teaching, how to apply these words of wisdom in our daily life. This book is not just a collection of ancient sayings, but a practical guide for a full and meaningful life. Let's start with wisdom. Proverbs teaches us that true wisdom begins with the fear of God and manifests in a life of discernment and understanding. But how does this translate into practice? In the fast-paced and often confusing world we live in, the wisdom of Proverbs guides us to seek not only knowledge but deep understanding and the ability to judge righteously. This means making decisions not just based on information, but with consideration for justice, morality, and long-term consequences. The heart of the wise seeketh knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh wisdom. Proverbs 18-15. When we speak of the power of words, Proverbs reminds us of the responsibility we carry with every word we utter. Our society is immersed in communication, whether in person, on social media, or other platforms. Proverbs encourages us to use words that build up, bring peace, and reflect truth. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Those who use it well will eat its fruit. Proverbs 18-21. This applies from daily conversations to major communication decisions in our professional and personal lives. Work ethics, another crucial theme in Proverbs, resonates strongly in an era where people seek purpose and meaning in their careers. The book teaches that work is not just a means to earn a living, but an opportunity to serve, to grow, and to reflect God's character. Do you see a man diligent in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand among obscure men. Proverbs 22-29. This challenges us to pursue excellence, integrity, and diligence in all our endeavors. And, of course, the fear of God is the thread that ties all these themes together. In a world that often seems to have lost its way, Proverbs calls us back to the foundation of all true wisdom and understanding. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All who follow his precepts have good understanding. Proverbs 9-10. This doesn't mean living in fear, but recognizing that there is a power greater than us, a creator to whom we owe our existence and loyalty. But how do we apply all this in our daily lives? It starts with daily choices, choosing words that heal instead of hurt, making decisions that reflect integrity instead of convenience, seeking knowledge and wisdom in God through prayer and daily meditation on the scriptures. It's a path that requires dedication and humility, but leads to a richer and fuller life. Proverbs is not a book of easy answers, but an invitation to a journey of growth and discovery. Each chapter, each verse, is an opportunity to learn more about ourselves, about God, and about how to live in a way that honors both. As we continue this journey, we will delve deeper into how these principles can be lived out in our relationships, our professional life, our communication, and our spiritual walk. Remember, the wisdom of Proverbs is not just to be read, but to be lived. It challenges us to be better, to grow in character, to live with purpose, and to reflect God's light in a world that desperately needs it. After our deep exploration into the teachings of Proverbs, we are coming to the end of this video, but certainly not to the end of our journey of learning and spiritual growth. It's essential to reflect on how we can integrate these valuable lessons into our lives, looking forward to a new perspective rooted in wisdom and discernment. And now, to reveal the answer to the poll we launched at the beginning of this video. Which theme, according to you, is most emphasized in Proverbs? The answer is the importance of wisdom. This theme is the backbone of Proverbs, providing a solid foundation for all other teachings. Wisdom is more than knowledge. It's the practical application of that knowledge in a way that honors God and enriches our life and the lives of those around us. As we strive to incorporate this wisdom into our daily lives, we are not just following biblical advice, but also embarking on a path of personal and spiritual growth. So, as we continue to apply these principles in our lives, whether in the words we choose, the actions we take, or the way we conduct our business and relationships, let's do so with the wisdom that comes from the fear of God. And remember, this journey in pursuit of wisdom doesn't end here. It extends into every day of our lives, inviting us to grow, learn, and continually improve. If you feel inspired to deepen your understanding and practice of biblical teachings further, I encourage you to join us by subscribing to the channel to continue your journey of discovery and spiritual growth with us. If there's any question or a specific Bible topic you'd like us to explore in future videos, please leave it in the comments. Let's continue growing together in faith and the knowledge of God. Thank you for being with us today. Click now on one of the 2 videos on your screen to continue exploring the mysteries of the Bible. Warm regards and stay with God.